Hi, my name is Mei-Ling. Welcome back to our episode about 1031 exchange. In this episode, we're going to talk about the reverse 1031 exchange. Yeah, we talked about timeline at the beginning. There's a 45 days after you close the house you sold to identify a new property and 6 months to close it. What about I don't want to sell the property until I find something and it's hard, the market is crazy. What if I sell it and 45 days I can't find another thing? So what if I buy something first? I heard there's a reverse 1031 exchange. Can you explain about that?
Yes. So it's okay to go into contract. So if you find a property you want to buy and you go into contract and they're willing to have you sell your property first, then it's still a regular exchange because you're still closing escrow on the one you're selling before you close escrow on the one you're buying. However, if you do need to buy first, that's a reverse exchange. You're buying replacement property, then selling yours. That is a much more complicated transaction and much more expensive transaction.
Why is it expensive?
Well, because first thing to realize is you can't buy that property. Because if you buy that property, you now own both. And you can't do an exchange into a property if you already own it. So our job in a reverse exchange is to actually take title to that property for you. Now there are different ways of structuring it, but the most common way of structuring it is you come into escrow with the money to purchase that property. We borrow that money from you, buy that property and hold it until you sell your property. And you still have the same 180-day window as a regular exchange. Now when you sell your property, we just then give you the new property. But you have to have the money to be able to buy that property. And most conventional lenders will not lend to you and have us be on title in the LLC.
Oh, so unless you have all cash.
All cash, or you're able to access it. Now there are some what's called bridge lenders that may work with, but again, it is just a more expensive and more complicated transaction, but it does exist.
Yeah, and sometimes they help the investors in this crazy market when homes are just with multiple offers and selling within a week.
And we are doing a record number of reverse exchanges right now for exactly that
really?
For exactly that reason. Yes, because they know they can sell their property very easily. This gives you the opportunity to tie up with the property, buy it, and then sell yours. And selling your property within 180 days in today's market is not going to be a problem.
Right. So talk about it's expensive to do reverse 1031 exchange. What are the costs like for regular 1031 exchange versus reverse one? What's the typical cost?
A regular exchange right now costs about $1,000 when you sell the property, and about $250 for each property you buy in replacement.
So that's like your fees.
Right, exactly, right. So it's a very small amount. So if you sell one, buy one, $1,250. However, a reverse exchange, because we have to create the LLC, there's leases involved. You're looking at $7,000 to $10,000 cost for a reverse exchange. Now, mind you, when we're talking $1 million properties, in the grand scheme of things, it's exactly. And usually, it also means you got a good deal on this property. So hopefully, you're saving enough on the property to make that a small amount. But it is again more expensive. But like I said, right now we're doing a lot of them.
Okay, so as a 1031 exchange company, you work with title company, and when these people, after they sold property, they're filing their tax returns, and you will be one providing all the documents for their tax returns.
So what your accountant will need when he does your tax return, he or she does your tax return next year, is they'll need the closing statement from the title company, and then we also provide a statement showing the money that came in and out of the account. And that between those two statements, those are the documents needed to prepare your taxes next year.
Okay, great. We had great information about the investors, how to defer tax on 1031 exchange. In our next episode, we're going to show you how to combine your primary residence with 1031 exchange. We're going to cover that topic. Stay tuned. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. See you next time.